Good morning, everybody. We've got a lower trade in the grain markets here early on Monday morning. It is about 6:38 a.m. Central Time. December corn futures are down 3.5 cents at 3.75 1/4. November soybeans down 6 1/4 at 10.37 1/4. December Chicago wheat down 4 3/4 at 5.70 1/4. December Kansas City wheat down 4 at $5 1/4. December spring wheat down 1 3/4 at 5.49 1/2. So we had a real nice close in the markets last week. A little bit softer here to start this week. CFTC had its weekly commitment of traders report out on Friday. Fund traders are approaching a record net long in the soybean market. According to that CFTC report, funds added another 19,000 contracts to their net long in the bean market, pushing them up to about 190,000. Private groups estimating that funds were net long 234,000 contracts of soybeans at yesterday's close. That is almost record net long. The previous net long was 241,000 contracts from May of 2012. So if you were to see some aggressive buying here, even just today, funds could very easily be theoretically record net long by the close. Funds are building a net long position in the corn market. They were net buyers of 22,000 contracts on the week. They've been building a long position since late August. Private groups estimated that funds were net long 86,000 contracts of corn at Friday's close. So despite the fact that we've got probably a big week of harvest here in the U.S. ahead of us, despite these big carryout projections, talk of a big crop still, funds adding to length in the corn market. Funds were net sellers of 8,000 contracts of Chicago wheat and ending last Tuesday, but of course we saw that big rally last week. So the private group's estimating that funds were net long about 44,000 contracts of SRW wheat at Friday's close. We do have another week of mostly dry weather expected for the Corn Belt. Really not a whole lot to speak of except for the Mid-South, the Southeast, and some of the Eastern Corn Belt will be hit with rains associated with that tropical storm. The rest of the Corn Belt, Central Corn Belt, Western Corn Belt will be mostly on the dry side. So this could be a big week for row crop harvest. Traders are expecting corn harvest 12 to 13% complete in the crop progress report this afternoon. Black Sea wheat prices and really global wheat prices are pushing higher. I think the Black Sea and the Ukraine in particular are kind of driving this thing. The U.S. market has followed suit. Spot month HRW futures very briefly posted their best trade since February 2019 overnight. So we're into some multi-year highs there. SRW futures posted their best trade since March. Spring wheat futures, their best trade since January. So export prices in Russia, Ukraine, EU all pushed higher last week. Same deal to start this week. So that is a positive, and the wheat market looks quite a bit better. Second round of CFAP, the Coronavirus Food Assistance Program, will provide $14 billion in aid for U.S. farmers. President Trump announced that program on Thursday night in Wisconsin. This will provide direct payments again to farmers and ranchers in order to offset losses associated with the virus. This is the second round of payments in addition to that first round, which sent an estimated $10 billion to farmers through April. I'm not going to run through the details here. There's a lot of good stuff out there. There's one article in particular from the American Farm Bureau that really broke it down. So if you're looking for some information, I did have that in my email this morning. The corn market itself acting very well. We're still missing that big $4 mark on the board. Your closest contracts, July 21s at $3.93 this morning, Dece 21s at $3.91. So there is a chance that at some point, maybe this week or next week, if this rally were to extend itself just a little bit, that you may be able to price some $4 futures for both the 2020 crop and 2021 crop, and I hope to do just that at some point here. This rally, of course, is contra-seasonal in nature. Same thing for the soybean market. We typically don't rally into harvest. This August-September rally, not normal, but this has been an abnormal year. We never saw our big rally in the spring or summer, so I guess we're getting our big rally now here at kind of an odd time. Soybean market is just what we call a parabolic bull market. There's been essentially no correction since mid-August. Again, this rally is really unprecedented from a seasonal standpoint. I don't think we've ever seen this sort of rally in percentage terms during this time of year. Export demand remains a huge story. China continues to buy beans very aggressively. A lot of traders believe that USDA's crop projections could fall in future reports. This should be the tightest U.S. supply-demand scenario in beans since at least 2017. The wheat market, again, very strong. Nice closes on Friday. We're down a little bit here today, but you've got all your Kansas City contracts back above $5 as of this morning. Much better looking markets following that strong close last week. We will see what develops in the cattle market here today. We saw the October futures close at 107.35 on Friday, so we're above the cash market by just a little bit. Stock market's getting beat up pretty good ahead of the cash open. The Dow's down more than 500. The S&P is down 53, so we've seen a pretty substantial correction there. The bonds are up about a full handle. U.S. dollars up. Crude oil's down 78 cents in the October WTI at 40.33. Gold's down $25 this morning. If you'd like some more information, visit my website, www.standardgrain.com. You can go to that website and click on Grain Marketing Plan. If you would like to know what I'm doing throughout the year in regard to marketing corn, soybeans, and wheat, I break it down by crop year, by crop, by percentage, and let you know exactly what I'm doing every day of the week. There's a tracker at the bottom of those emails every morning that go out at 6:30 Central Time, tells you exactly where I'm at. Everyone have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week. I will talk to you same time tomorrow.